You're not joining the fucking mousecapades, right, buddy?
You're not trying out for the capades.
Spit it out. You're a big boy. Use your big boy words.
Fuck it.
I've never followed hockey and only barely know its rules, but I do know that hockey means fistfights, which are technically illegal but still serve an integral role in how the game is played. For some players, generally known as enforcers, fighting is their primary function, whether it's protecting teammates, intimidating opponents, or removing them from games by drawing them into penalties or knocking them out cold. The movie Goon is inspired by the true story of one of these brawlers, and despite the fact that I probably couldn't name 5 active hockey players if you held a gun to my head, I have to tell you that Goon is the funniest movie I've seen so far in 2012.
Seann William Scott plays Doug Glatt, a bouncer at a bar who's the screw-up in a high-achieving Jewish family. Despite being dumb as a rock, Doug is smart enough to share his family's disappointment and frustration that he hasn't achieved more with his life. When Doug attends a minor league hockey game and annihilates a visiting player, the coach of the home team is impressed enough with Doug's preternatural pummeling skills to invite him on the team, even though Doug knows nothing about hockey and can't even skate. But after getting a crash course from his hockey-obsessed buddy Pat, played by Jay Baruchel, Doug is unleashed on the league, laying waste to everyone he's pointed at. It soon becomes obvious to fans, Doug's fellow players, and especially to Doug, that his fists make him truly special. So he's promoted to a spiraling semi-pro team in Canada with the job of protecting their former star player, Xavier Laflamme, played by Marc-André Grandin, who's become gun-shy and unfocused after taking a nearly career-ending hit from hockey's most feared enforcer, Ross the Boss Ray, played by a marvelously mustachioed Liev Schreiber. As Doug the Thug's unstoppable ass-kicking inspires his team into the win column, it's inevitable that his path of destruction leads to a showdown with Ross the Boss, who knows that he'll have to take Doug out if he wants to end his career as the baddest man on skates. What makes Goon so damn funny is that Doug, despite his talent for destruction, is as dopey and sweet as a golden retriever. His beatdowns don't come from anger, but from his desire to help his team and his genuine excitement and growing pride that he's found something he's good at. He's seemingly too dumb to be dishonest, which comes out endearingly in his relationship with Eva, a hockey fan played by an overachieving Alison Pill, who develops a mutual crush on Doug but wants to keep him at a distance to protect Doug from her history of infidelity. Even though it's a while before we meet Doug's Canadian team, a mix of good writing and acting quickly establishes why this group of distinct misfits are such losers and why their coach, played by Kim Coates, is tearing his hair out. And one of Goon's biggest surprises is the relationship that forms between Doug and Laflamme, who's initially annoyed at being paired with such an idiot, but begins to soften as he realizes that Doug is devoted to protecting him no matter how badly Laflamme treats him.
Naturally, the great joy of Goon is watching this lovable, eager-to-please oaf breaking the faces of everyone in his way. But there's humor and heart in every part of Goon, as Doug uses extreme violence to gain a sense of self-worth and pride at being of service to others while hoping to finally earn his parents' respect. I was smiling and laughing my ass off for the entire movie, and I can only imagine how much more I'd love this movie if I actually cared about hockey. Goon seems to be the rightful heir to the legacy of 1977's Slapshot, which also celebrated violence in minor league hockey, and I believe Goon will be enjoyed by hockey fans everywhere for years to come. I'm Jonathan Kim, and this is a ReThink Review.